episode 2, we mentioned that to find your passion, you need opportunity. So, what exactly is opportunity? Today, I'm going to share with you 3 stories of opportunity: the story of a princess, a boxer, and the advertising man. Lea Salonga is a multi award winning actress and singer, known all over the world for her powerful voice and perfect pitch. She is best known for her Tony Award winning role in Miss Saigon. For me and to her countless fans of all ages, she is a Disney princess, being the singing voice behind Princess Jasmine of the movie Aladdin and Fa Mulan in Mulan. Leia was born on February 22, 1971, to Filipino parents. She initially lived in Pampanga and later transferred to Manila when she started attending school. She was only 7 when she made her professional debut in the musical The King and I. She went on to star in musical productions such as Annie, Cat on Hot Tin Roof, Fiddler on the Roof, The Rose Tattoo, The Sound of Music, and many others. She had her share of failures. She starred in a couple of flop local movies, which I think was a good thing because hindi pang masa ang appeal ni Leia. She wanted to become a doctor. She enrolled as a BS biology student in Ateneo. Then she auditioned for the role of Kim in Miss Saigon and got the part. She was only 18 then. Awards and a string of successful concerts, tours, musicals, and Disney performances came after. Leia is currently happily married with 1 daughter and lives here in the Philippines and sometimes in the US, where her husband works. Leia credits her mom, Mommy Ligaya, for believing in her on what she can do, especially when she was young. Uh, Manny Pacquiao's story is one for the ages. We know him as one of the greatest professional boxers of all time, a senator, and now running for president in the upcoming elections. Manny was born in Bukidnon and raised in General Santos, Philippines. He was in 6th grade when his parents separated. When he was 12, he was introduced to boxing by his uncle, Sardo Mejia. His uncle started to train him in a makeshift home gym. After 6 months of training, Manny was boxing at the park of General Santos and would sometimes travel to other cities to fight high-ranking opponents. When he was 14, he transferred to Manila, worked as a laborer in a construction firm, and lived in the streets. He endured hunger while he continued training. When he was 16, he made his professional boxing debut. At the age of 19, he won the WBC flyweight title. In the course of his decorated career, Manny has defeated 22 world champions en route to becoming the only 8th division world champion in the history of boxing, and has won 12 major world titles. In Manny's words, he became a boxer because he had to survive. He had nothing and no one to depend on except himself. The advertising man. David Ogilvy is known as the father of advertising. He was born on June 23, 1911 in England. He started work as an apprentice chef in Hotel Majestic, which is now the Peninsula, Paris. Then, after a year, he went back to Scotland and started selling cooking stoves. Nothing remarkable happened during this time except when his employer asked him to write an instruction manual named The Theory and Practice of Selling AGA Cooker for other salesmen. His older brother, Francis, showed the manual to management at the London advertising agency, Mather and Crowther, where he was working. The agency then offered David an account executive position. David later then worked for Gallup, the research company. After World War II, David bought a farm in Pennsylvania and lived there for several years with his family. In 1949, he started his advertising firm. He was 38. Initially, his firm struggled to get clients, but later had high-profile clients like the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, Schweppes, the company Schweppes, and Rolls-Royce. David died in July 1999 at his home in France. Okay, I shared you these three stories to illustrate the power of being with a tribe. So, what exactly is a tribe? A tribe is a group of people who share the same interest and passion. It can exist online, in person, it can be large or small. You can have one or more tribes simultaneously. The opportunity for you to explore your passion in a deeper way happens when you are with people who share the same passion with you. There are four benefits of having a tribe, and these are affirmation, guidance, collaboration, and inspiration. Affirmation. Affirmation means growing together. Life is organic, and we are organic creatures. In gardening, there is such a thing as companion planting. Plants, like people, get along with one another. Some plants get along with each other and they help each other grow. Some plants do not get along with each other. Same thing with people. So members in a tribe can help each other grow. It affirms your interest and reinforces your commitment. Leia's talent in entertainment was already visible when she was young. Her mom saw it and started connecting her to a tribe, which was through auditioning to theaters and introducing her to movie producers and being with singers and theater actors. Manny, on the other hand, had to thank his uncle, Sardo Mejia, for introducing him to boxing and bringing him to boxing gyms where boxers were. David Ogilvy had his brother introducing him to the world of advertising and started his firm. Even though it relatively late, it allowed him to connect to even more people in the advertising industry. Life is organic. It really depends on how life events unfolds to you. Many times we think we have planned out our lives, especially when we write our resume. When we write a resume, we put related events in a chronological order as if we carried out our life as planned. Take for instance at the start of this pandemic. How many of us had plans laid out at the start of 2020 only to throw them away and take a completely different route? The reality is, our life is the sum of all choices we've made. We are always adapting to change. Even though Leia had experiences in theater, acting, and musical productions, she was planning to become a medical doctor. So can you imagine if she didn't audition for the role of Kim in Miss Saigon? Can you imagine if those local movies which she starred did not flop? It made her believe to pursue an acting career in the Philippine movie industry instead. Can you imagine if David Ogilvy's employer, while he was a salesman for AGA Cooker, did not ask him to write the instruction manual? Or his brother Francis did not show the manual to Mather and Crowther? These are examples of turning points. Sometimes you cannot find your tribe from where you are. Many times you need to travel. Leia Salonga's market is international. I'm not saying she has no fans here or no one appreciates her talent. There are plenty, but it is relatively small compared to abroad. Same thing with Manny. The only time he really made it big was when he went to Las Vegas. I'm not saying planning doesn't work. In fact, you need to plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I plan my day, my week, my month, a year, 5 years, or even 10 years. What I'm trying to stress here is that we need to be flexible with our plans. Adaptation is the key, not rigidity. Some of us may be blessed with very supportive parents like Mommy Ligaya, but a lot of us do not have supportive parents. My take on this is that you don't take it against them. Remember again, life is organic. Your parents may be battling a different war at the time when you are looking for your passion. Their priorities may be to put food on the table, and they had to juggle several jobs at the same time, and they couldn't make time to help you find your passion. I guess we just need to be grateful whatever we receive. My family is my first tribe. That's why it is important that my wife and I grow together. We always communicate. We trade wisdom and plan together. I believe that when two people are not growing together, they are unconsciously growing apart. Oh, by the way, a note to parents, it is important that our children identify themselves with us as our first tribe. The reason why your young kids join gangs is because they are in need to find their identity. If our kids cannot see themselves with their family, they are insecure. They don't feel safe to explore, and they will not flourish. You don't want that. The second benefit is guidance. As an entrepreneur, I consider the Truly Rich Club as my tribe. Founded by Brother Bo Sanchez, what makes this club so great are the people behind it. We have an elite panel of masterminds guiding us in different areas of wealth. We have Edward Lee guiding us on the stock market. We have the Dean of Entrepreneurship, Dean Pax Lapid. We have one of the top investment minds in the country today, Mr. Rex Mendoza, guiding us on investments. Mr. Ronnie Seasoyco, Juni Torreja on business, art collection, construction. We have real estate magnates like Randy Manaloto and Larry Gamboa. And of course, there's Brother Bo Sanchez on leadership. Every month when we meet, we have top business people as guest speakers sharing us their wisdom. And we update one another on how our businesses are doing. The shortest way to success is to get a coach, a mentor, and most especially, you need to be coachable. All great athletes, you name them. Roger Federer in tennis, Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, 21 Grand Slams. You think probably they don't need coaches, but they do. Steph Curry, Jordan, all of them, they have coaches. That's why I am with Truly Rich Club, because I want to get better in business and in life. My business is just minuscule if I compare it with businesses of other members. But what I love about this group is that there is no judgment, no crab mentality. Everyone just supports everyone. Everyone wants you to be successful. And they will not hold anything back either if you are doing it wrong, especially Dean Pax. I love you, Dean. And that's a great tribe. My mission is to build an organization that uplift the lives of people, primarily children and families. So joining the Truly Rich Club has been instrumental to my growth, especially during this pandemic. I cannot imagine going through this crisis without them. And you will know you are in the right tribe because it feels home. So if you are serious of becoming great in business or want to achieve financial freedom, you need to be in the Truly Rich Club. I've included the link in the description. Just click it to join the club. The third benefit is collaboration. The other tribe that I have is the one with trails. The therapy center my wife and I have been operating for the past 18 years. At Trails, we always say one is too small to achieve greatness. We believe that through collaboration with parents, teachers, and other professionals, much progress is achieved. We have witnessed how amazing it is when we all collaborate while putting the child at the center. Another thing what makes the Truly Rich Club great for me are its members. I get to collaborate with other members who are also business owners, and I am excited what will come out of our collaboration. I mean, just to clarify, you don't need to own a business to be a member of the Truly Rich Club. The last one, the last benefit is inspiration. Another benefit of having a tribe is that you inspire one another. Seeing what others achieve who share your passion will drive you to push the boundaries and raise your bar. I'm currently working on my book. It's going to be my first. So every time we meet at the Truly Rich Club, just to be in the same Zoom meeting with Brother Bo, who has written 50 plus books, inspires me to finish my book. So by raising the bar also means committing to growth. Bear in mind that finding your passion does not only mean loving what you do, but also embracing the culture and everything that goes with it. One of my favorite preachers, Brother Alvin Barcelona, once said that ang buhay ay parang sinigang. Yung sinigang is pork belly soup with sour broth. So, you have the ingredients of sinigang, di ba? May baboy doon, baboy, kangkong, gabi, sili, okra, tomato, radish. So, you mix them all together. Okay. Di ba pag kumain ka ng sinigang, hindi mo naman kinakain na hiwa-hiwalay. So, kunwari baboy, baboy lang, kangkong, kangkong lang, sili, sili lang. You don't eat it that way. Okay. So, you scoop it all together while getting a taste na parang masim-asim na manghang. Right? So, kung baboy lang pala yung gusto mo kainin doon sa sinigang, sana liempo na lang ang in-order mo. So, what I'm trying to point out here is, if you want to be a great guitar player, sigurado magkakakalyo ka niyan sa deliri dito. No? So, if you want to be a great dancer, be ready to sprain your ankle or pull your hamstring. Madadapa ka niyan or masasaktan ka. So, if you look at the great athletes like Kobe, Jordan, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, all of them experience broken noses, fingers. No, they broke several times. Probably they broke their fingers. Achilles, they tore their ACL. If you look at successful business people, also, all of them lost money at some point. Failed many, many times in business ventures. So, if you want to be a great guitar player at wala ka pang kalyo, ibig sabihin, hindi ka pa masyadong nagpa-practice. Okay. So, of course, you need to be smart, You do your best to prevent these from happening. But you need to take risk. If you really want to be great, you need to take risk. And most importantly, when it happens, when you get hurt, you deal with it. You don't whine like a baby. You just rise up and do it again. As a parent, I'm speaking as a parent now. We don't want our kids to get hurt, right? If we can only spare them from suffering, from hurt, we are willing to sacrifice ourselves for them. Diba, di bali masaktan tayo, wag lang sila. Okay. I am guilty of this. But parents, this is something we need to understand. When we spare our kids from pain, we deprive them from growing. We deprive them from reaching their full potential. Because nothing grows without pain. So in summary, if you want to be a great musician, you need to be with musicians. If you want to be a great dancer, be with great dancers. If you want to be a great engineer, an artist, an architect, a therapist, a writer, you need to look for your tribe, because it is being with the right tribe that you get the right opportunities. Thank you for watching.